Are you ready? Are you ready for your ship, sir? Yes? Okay. Guess it's time I get this thing done then. Okay, kind of a wimpy steering wheel design. But if I find something better, I'll definitely come back and replace that. But this is like the closest thing I've gotten out of all the block things I've tried. Let's get Craig on the ship before it becomes dark. And then I can show you guys around. Human, this way. Okay. Now there's a reason I use 2 fence posts. It's because Craig, in order to keep him from, like, wandering off and getting himself hurt, has to be tied up to something. So this is too high. So we have Captain Craig. And, of course, you guys have now seen this upper area. Down here is the captain's quarters. There's a lot of really, like, pale pink, and pale blue typically goes very well with it, and the vines on the Skyrus actually kind of match. So I went with these cabinets. There's definitely some bookcases in here, a lot of books. I wanted to have, like, a globe or a map on here, but I thought I had a buried treasure map. That would have worked great, but I don't have it anymore. I don't know where I put it. So I went with a compass instead. There are globes in here, but you can only find them through random loot chests in specific types of villages. So I don't have one. Then, of course, we have the light sources and the bed. And my story for the reason that the ship is so low is because it's carrying a whole lot of cargo. It just came in. It hasn't been unloaded yet. So there is a whole bunch of cargo, kind of a little bit of everywhere. A whole bunch of it down here. This is sleeping quarters for the crew. It's also down here. I was thinking about putting chickens down here, I'll be honest with you. Just a whole ship run by birds. Maybe get one of the robins or something from up near my actual base and put them in here. But yep. There's that. I wanted to start the episode with getting this figured out. Because I know I kind of left the ship untouched last time. Heck, I didn't even put sails on it. There are now sails on here. They're closed up, but they are there. But either way, with that handled, hi, welcome back to Better Minecraft. Today, we are taking care of the rest of the dock and trying to figure it out and everything else like that. This is now figured out. Now that I know the length of this, I can get this one built out. I can get this filled in. This, since I've actually fully built this out, is fully connected to the ground. So that is completely handled. Now I've got to do that to the entire rest of the dock. And I've still got to work on this. Last episode, we kind of did these market stands. I think I'm going to put a few more a little bit further out here on their own. And I may even put like one of these multicolored coverings on this guy over here at some point. But my main thing was wanting to get most of the dock figured out so that I can go ahead and fully decorate it and move into kind of decorating this entire area and then slowly moving my way over that way. You'll also notice there is a giant apple tree here. I discovered that these guys could get rather big when I was trying to replace these after getting my iron golems out of there the first time. They can get rather large. So I did stick a actually meant to grow big guy over here. I actually really like it. It matches the kind of leaf placement of these ancient oak trees. So maybe these trees were apple trees at one point, but they went dormant and they're just exceedingly old. feel like that is some story, and this one's just a younger tree. So there's that. Now, real quick, I am just going to dump my inventory, find what I need to kind of finish up the dock and everything else like that. Also, I'm going to let you guys kind of decide on this in the comments, but ooh, that's not where I wanted that to place. I kind of want them further back than that. There we go. Forget how we change these. There we go. Can't decide if I want to do these guys or chains. Now, the chains I've actually done in a series before. My original hardcore series, I did chains, and I do really like the look of this. But I don't know if I want to go with this kind of design again, or do I want to lean into the modded stuff and do maybe banisters or maybe some other type of block. You guys let me know. I have a preference towards the chains, but I want to leave that up to you guys. And I'll work with whatever you guys say. Moving on, I still have a whole bunch of blocks to collect. And there we go. Now these guys are blended in. And that is the entirety of the actual dock figured out. So now everything that's supposed to be a plank is a plank. Now I've got to do the little entranceway that's going to have to be over here. Because there's going to be leaves that are going to extend this far and back this way. Thinking maybe there's going to be like some sort of banner thing coming off of this and maybe connecting to a pillar here. Maybe take like one of these guys, bring it up all three, and then connect this to this at some point. Oh yeah, those look 10 times better. Yep, because now this actually looks like a berry trellis instead of... I'm going to need to put those in my backpack because that's another lighting thing I have. Completely forgot I have glow berries in my arsenal. Okay. Next major thing that has to happen in this episode. I know, we're kind of doing a lot. We just finished off the docks, or at least the major point of it, and we've already decorated a ship, which is typically where I would leave it. But I said I was going to get this done in the last episode. I want to get this out the way. The tavern is one of the biggest builds I have to work with. We can do decorating it in another episode, but I want to get the entire building itself done. Okay. That is the second story walls in place. Now I do have it marked out down here as to what room is going to be what. We have some single person rooms, some 2-person rooms. All four of those are going to be like cheaper end rooms. And then we have 2 much bigger rooms, possibly for bigger parties. I think I'm going to do one for one bigger party. And then this guy over here, which is actually the bigger side. going to do like a really big room, like a really, really fancy room. Just so we have a variety in here. Alrighty, and there we go. There is the roof on that part. I did throw up some lanterns just so mobs wouldn't spawn underneath there. But there's that, and we actually get to keep the windows with how low this is. I did have to modify how low it was, because if I did it the original roofline way, we would have had an issue where it would have completely cut off these windows. It would have been right at the top of the windows. So in order to keep the windows, I have decided to just lower the roof pitch a little bit. Which, it isn't a first time. I've lowered the roof pitch on both the barn areas over there, so doesn't look horrible. Now, while I've still got the blocks and everything, I want to go ahead... Well, first of all, I need to grab some spruce. And I'm going to quickly just throw a torch in each one of these rooms. Just so that everything's kind of lit up. But I'm going to run, grab some spruce, and then we're going to completely wall all of this in. Well, not wall it in, but we're going to completely do all the roofing on this. Okay, there's that. Now, there are going to be shutters on these windows up here. I'm not just going to leave them plain. And of course, there are going to be like vines and stuff growing up the entirety of this building. Just like all my other buildings. Evidenced by all of that. But this is the roofline done. Now, in the next episode, we are going to be going through and doing all the decor bits. Now, I know I've kind of got some of the decor bits in here. This is not finalized. So, for right now, this is just getting me in the mindset to do this. This is fully set up. I gotta get a whole lot of flax in between episodes in order to get all of this going. So the rooms may have to wait, but we can definitely finish off down here and do all the decor bits that are actually on the dock itself. But with the dock fully mapped out, the tavern building fully built, and of course we have a captain to the ship, I will leave this here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!